Hello, and welcome to the Disc Dungeon, where we put you on to musics and melodies in the deepest, darkest dungeons of your computer disk. I'm your co-host, Joe Dove, and with me, as always,
Julian Valencia. And if there's one thing we love talking about, it's music.
Finally, it happened to me right in front of my face. Cookie Monster sings.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to the dungeon.
Welcome back to Disc Dungeon. This is episode 27. We made it to heaven.
Wait. We are actually going with that?
I kind of like that. It's fun. I mean, it has nothing to do with it.
It rhymed.
It was a nice flow.
We made it to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know.
So this was the virtual Emmys
happened
this week.
What'd you think? It was pretty awesome, wasn't it? I mean,
I
didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It was great. I mean, I heard about Bad Bunny though. I heard about Bad Bunny, and that to me was dope. What he did.
Okay, there you go.
That shit was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard Schitt's Creek won Emmys somehow. So good for them.
Go you.
Go Shits.
I don't know. I mean, I guess when you're in the dungeon, you realize that our musical tastes are different.
But yet they still come to some balance and some semblance of congenial duality.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, no problem.
That was poetic.
Not really.
Well, I put you on to Outkast at first, and then
Correct.
I kind of threw a curveball.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, wait, hold up. Listen to Childish Gambino because of the internet.
Yes. And I initially thought it was because of the internet, because of the band, The Internet. So I was like, oh, shit, did they do an album together? I was so excited. And then it was like, no. Oh, all right, that's cool still. So this works. And boy, was that a great album. But this week, I put you on to Fiction Plane, Left Side of the Brain. And this is going to be focused on not only this segment, but also our follow-up segment. So I put you on to Left Side of the Brain, I think, for the flow. We're going to start with you. And go. What do you think of the Left Side of the Brain?
The left side of the brain. I was left underwhelmed.
Oh.
You know, I think I was alluding to that.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some catchy songs on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that he bridged into country, he bridged into rock, punk. He did like the ska thing too as well. He's very much sounded like he's influenced by the Police. And you mentioned Nirvana was his biggest influence.
Yeah.
So you definitely hear it in the music as well. So, but I don't know. I was left underwhelmed in a couple ways. You know, cool. And you know, I mean, in the DD rating, I would say that I would give it a 7. You know what I mean? Like it had enough variety where I went somewhere with him, but I was still left underwhelmed, and that's just my taste.
Gotcha. So on the flip side for Childish Gambino, for me, I really enjoyed the album. So for me, Childish, like I know him, but the intro is like a really fun warp intro. It almost sounded like it came from some sci-fi track, which I thought was pretty cool. And then the guy can act. I know him from Community. He can definitely sing.
He's really talented.
Yeah, he's a DJ, I found out after doing some quick research. He dabbled in that. He can dance, because if you saw that This Is America, which I know him greatly from, of course, I'm your layman fair weather fan of The Gentleman, where I'm like, this dude, everybody's listening to. And I usually don't like.
He was also in what was that?
It was Community.
No, what was that movie? No, the movie.
He was Landau Calrissian.
What the movie he
Han
danced in?
Solo. Oh, he danced?
Yeah.
I know he had a show called Atlanta.
Swemmy, can we get a plug if you know it?
Quava Island?
No, the one Magic Mike.
He was in Magic Mike?
Yeah, wasn't he? Yes, he was.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
He was in Magic Mike.
To challenge you that. I mean, I didn't see that movie, so.
Yeah. No, you didn't know that one, Tommy? I might be talking shit. So this is new to the Disc Dungeon, but you know anything happens in here.
Okay, so Channing Tatum, Alex Pfeiffer.
Check a different version of it. It might have been like the second one.
I think it's the second one.
Magic Mike 2, the stripper returns. The Revenge of the Thong.
You can dance. You can
Correct.
dance.
Magic Mike XXL, he is in there.
Holy shit!
Donald Glover.
Wow.
And
Donald
Gabriel
Glover.
Iglesias.
And Gabriel Iglesias is in it.
Hi, Donald.
That's wild. Like, yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Wild.
All right.
Wild. Thank you, Suami.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Yes, he was a stripper in that movie. So yeah, he can dance. He can do anything.
Yes. he can
And
dance.
that was actually really a funny skit on SNL when he was hosting. He's like, I can do anything, and then he would like play the
I
few,
can do anything.
and
better
then he would
than
get
you.
sick, and he like threw up in the flute. It was hilarious. He's a great comedian too. So it's just another vein of the shape and the composition of Donald Glover. It's very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he
So-
had a. Yeah, I mean, I'll leave this for music save my life. You guys
All
just
right,
have
all
to keep
right. 'Cause
listening.
Yeah. So you put me onto his 2013 album because of the internet singular.
Internet.
I was doing the old man thing. Where I'm on the internets, you know. Anyway, so I really enjoyed that. The best song off that are The Earth's Oldest Computer and iCloud. That's a phenomenal composition of string and spoken word. I thought that was an amazing riff. He just needed a little bit more cowbell. More cowbell. And that's always something I throw out there. I really love that Jahani Akal. Say that in her name again?
Oh,
Jane-
Jane Aiko.
Jane Akal, yeah. Jane, I was so Caucasian.
Am I saying it right?
Jahani Akal?
Jane. Well, so I mean,
Yeah.
Jane Aiko.
Oh, Janae Aiko.
Janae Aiko.
Janae.
Thank you.
I was
Oh, so in case you didn't know, we hired a spot checker because we've noticed that
Fact checker.
we got a fact checker,
We got
fact checker because
So this dungeon is trying to reach certain levels. And,
Yeah.
and for that, we need to be fact checked,
yeah, we're gonna make sure we're not trumping it up.
and we're gonna be wrong. So you're gonna laugh at us.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
These guys like music, but they fuck up people's names and placements of characters. So we've hired a producer that does fact checking for us. Thank you.
Got you guys.
Woo! So I really like the Earth's Oldest Computer. It had this like dope synthwave riff in the back. It had this like
Yeah,
presence.
yeah.
Yeah, had this great presence that was always omnipresent, happening in the background from some synth proprietary computer, and it just threw some like soundscapes into it as well, with like just so much universe and like not to be forgotten. I feel like this album, as Fiction Plane did, just tapped into several genres as it came into development. And he goes from like psychedelic soul into soul, which reminded me a lot of Isaac Hayes and even the internet to some extent. And then he threw in R&B and rap, so it was a very greatly produced album. This would be something I listen to. So this definitely gets a 9 from me.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a
Nice.
really good album. And I had been meaning to go back into his discography
Yeah.
because I really liked the message that he gave. And I feel like, again, in this album, he's also giving a message. He's going and saying, okay, get off the fucking internet. That's what I got from this because
Because of
the world because of the internet. We got shit like World Star making us look bad. We've got like the life is trolling us because we spend so much time on the internet. We say shit that shouldn't be public and it gets caught and then it comes back to bite us in the ass. So I really feel like there was a lot going on and I feel like Childish is kind of like in his position where he's, I know something you don't know. It's a very Sting quality. And I feel like it came up here in Childish's album because, again, like This Is America, he showed us the ugly underbelly of the American society, the constant racism. If we didn't have cell phones, probably more black people would be killed and no one would know about it. But now because the cell phone is a tool and has become a tool, it's in our face and it's caused social distress because it's been awakened in everyone. And you know, they say that's a woke phrase, but I just think it's fairness. It's fair that we don't get killed for minor stops and civil unrest will ensue unless, you know, if a police incident happens, it should just go normally. The cops should arrest the person and call it a day, or just like, okay, learn your lesson. And that's what it should be these days. It's just give me a ticket, I'll pay the fine, have a nice day, you know. Not, oh, you're dead. And that's,
Yeah. I just saw a video the other day that really
uh-oh.
enraged me.
Oh, another.
There was, I mean, it was just this like, this white guy was stopped by these white cops.
Oh.
That was kind of how it started off, or the first thing you see, right? When you're being geared towards this type of video, and guided towards this type of video, and the white guy ends up getting out of his car, fighting with the police, taking the gun. Well, he's gotten maced at this point. They're trying to drag him out, right? Mace is essentially what they've done so far, and obviously he's trying to like get away. He eventually gets the cop's gun and kills both of them.
He kills the cops.
Yeah,
So it's strange because like had that been a black individual,
yeah.
that outcome would have not been the same.
Well, there you go. That's actually the comment that enraged me,
Exactly.
because everybody was just thinking of that. That's
Yeah.
all anybody was thinking about. If it was a black, like it was put into a scenario of
Role reversal.
like, I guess just for me, I was just grieving for the cops.
Mm-hmm.
What did they lose their lives for? What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Or it was the individual on like meth or something. Because usually, I accidentally tased myself once, and that shit hurt. I was done. My arm was like, okay, I'm not doing anything else for the day.
Yeah, no, I think they tased him too. Yeah,
I tased him too, and
Yeah.
he must have been on drugs. Because like, like I said, I got tased, and that shit hurt. And I'm a big dude, so like, that put me down. I mean, it put me down, but it hurt, and it definitely stopped what I was doing. So it was fucking crazy.
Well, as we segue into Music Saved My Life, this album in general, in that regard, and also just in the musical regard, is an amazing album to me. And it really shaped kind of like my artistry too. When I kind of stopped doing rock and roll and punk and kind of rockish vibes, and I started to gear more into hip hop, and this was kind of like the inspiration into that. Frank Ocean as well.
I remember Frank Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Another person that's almost here staying.
Yeah.
He's like quite often mentioned in the
Frank
podcast.
Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
Oceano Frank.
Yeah. So, for me, Fiction Plane, it's particularly this album has a nice hold with my mom. When my mom, back in, this is 2007, so probably back in 2008 or 2009, because all the years blend together, because 2020's been so detrimental to the psyche.
2020. Living in
But-
2020.
So my mother, yeah,
Living in
you're getting a rendition of Julian's old work. Slowly in the
2020.
background as I explain my wondrous moment with my mom. But so my mom got she and myself tickets to see the Police, and who opened for the Police, but this band Fiction Plane, and they played Two Sisters, and a lot of the lyrics on there I thought were super cool. So I was like, I definitely want to pick up this album and I want to listen to it further. So I picked it up, and I had a car that had a CD player. Remember those days? And I picked up the CD, and my mom and I would have to drive my mom here, there, and everywhere, because though she was able to walk again, so my mother went on crutches just to certain disabilities that took her mobility. Then she had a double knee replacement, failed, came back, second one took, and we went adventurous into the city to see various bands. The Police being one of my favorite bands of all time, of course. She was like, hey, they're doing a reunion. I got to get you tickets. Happy birthday. So we went around like a little bit past this time, around like late October, early November. Got to see the Police live, Sting, Andy Summers, Stuart Copeland, super happy. This band opens up for them. Amazing band, great voice. Like, God, this guy sounds like you were listening to it. Sounds a lot like Sting. I said, this guy's really awesome. Like, I love it because, me, my Sting preference. But I looked deeper into it, and I found out that the lead singer is Sting's son. And
Fiction Plane?
yeah,
That's Sting's son?
that's Sting's son.
That's the tricks of the keys, guys.
That's also a trick because I didn't say
Tricks,
shit about
tricks.
that. I was just like, I'm gonna let him play and see if he picks it up.
No,
And you were picking it up.
I was.
It's
boy.
awesome. You're a good ear, man.
I mean, it's so evident.
Yeah, I mean,
It's so evident.
Yeah, he does sound like his dad, but
I mean,
his
he's-
influence from Nirvana and some of
influence.
the other folks is really prominent in this album. So,
Hmm.
especially in his singing. But I really enjoyed that album, and it was like I said, one of the things that brought my mom and I together when she had gained some fraction of mobility again. Just cruising around. I had a Kia Soul. I don't know if you've ever seen that car. It had the
Maybe.
speakers that light up.
Maybe.
It was pretty fun, and like jamming out to that, driving my mom to and from places, and spending time with her that I can't accomplish anymore because she's permanently disabled because of an underlying health issue that nobody had any idea of. But I'll always remember those times listening to Fiction playing Left Side of the Brain with her. And and now I actually follow him on Instagram, and he actually responds to me. So I'm like, wow, I'm pretty. This is pretty cool. Like he's a very distinguished and friendly fellow. And his name's also Joe. So like, you can't go wrong. We have the same name.
The guy from Fiction playing?
Yeah, his name's Joe Sumner. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're throwing out your bromance right now. Has begun.
Oh man, so cool. So, but I really like the song, especially Two Sisters and Left Side of the Brain. I thought it was a really fun musical journey with these guys. Yeah. You're falling asleep.
No, I'm just tired, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that out too.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this out right here.
Yeah.
Cool, that's cool.
Yawn free, yawn free.
Let me take a little break there. Hold on, for like 1 second.
Hold on. Let me catch my breath.
All right.
So now we go into the fray of Behind the Beat.
Oh, behind the beat.
Yep. This is all you, so.
Ah, man, the behind the beat section goes out and shout out to Hispanic Heritage Month. Woo, woo, boo, 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 boo. Come on, my Latinos in the back. Boo, 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 boo.
Viva la raza.
That's right.
Wipe out.
All that shit in your face, and not as well, but sometimes it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, Audios has been busy paying homage to a lot of our Latin artists, the ones we work with, the iconic ones that we all know.
Yeah, I saw that Celia
ones
Cruz post.
Yeah.
Dope.
Celia Cruz.
Yeah, I liked her.
Azúcar. She's definitely a queen.
Legend.
A goddess. Yeah, I mean, we thought to ourselves that, what better way to represent ourselves than with what we grew up with, and a lot of our influences because of our Latin heritage.
Good.
So we got a little more in store. There's a little more left. There's about 2+ weeks left in the month, and hope you guys enjoy the content that comes out. And we got Suemi and Henry in the back. You guys can't see him right now, but giving them a shout out because
because of my camera angle.
They are detrimental to Made by Audios.
Absolutely, and to this episode for fact checking.
A fact check right there. It's actually Audios.
Oh,
Made by Audios is our Instagram.
Oh, thanks, Suemi.
There you
Appreciate that. She's working hard, man. Damn.
Oh man, if you're listening right now, drop a comment and let us know if you like this banter. Let us know if you like what the content and what we're talking about. We love to hear from you.
Yep.
Remember tobeseen.com. Spell that
Yep.
out for them.
The number 2, BE as in to be. Get it? And then scene as in movie scene. SCENE. Get it? Because I'm filming.
So by that time, do you remember what he said?
To be seen.
There you go.
Number 2, BESCENE. To be seen.
Yeah, and
We just had an epic moment on To Be Seen. If I can have my own behind the beat. Look at that.
Oh, please.
We, on the other show, the sister show to Dis Dungeon, is a show called Comic Conversation. And we had an interview with the graphic artists of Genius Animals. And I say it in a question mark phrase because there's a question mark at the end of the title. So it made it very fun. And lo and behold, the writer of Genius Animals is Vali Chanjakrasan. And if I'm saying your name wrong, I super apologize. But he was a comedic writer for Modern Family, My Name is Earl, and 30 Rock. So for us, this is a big deal. And I feel super achieved. And I want to spend a second, a special shout out to you, Brandon Lewis, because you've really brought the level of comic conversation up beyond what my expectations were. And I'm super pleased on where it's going. So make sure you guys check that out. And I'll send you the link so you can see the interview. It's cool because it's like a Zoom interview, and there's like
you'll have the link too.
Yeah, and I was gonna put in the link of everywhere. And there's like 3 different cameras, and then I do like a whole thing where I'm editing it. So when one is speaking, you're seeing that camera and it like goes around. It's pretty cool. So it's not like, oh God, I'm watching like an hour, 45 minutes of these guys talking in 3 different spots. No, I made it so it looked good.
Short and concise.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
So that was super cool, man, to have somebody of that caliber on the web show.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks. And that is that the end of Behind the Beat?
Oh, no. I just wanted to give you space to talk.
Oh, okay. Appreciate that.
Oh, we can edit this out. Yes, we can.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hi.
Mhm.
Thank
There
you. No. So like I was saying, we've been paying homage. We started with Selena,
we go. Mhm.
you know.
Yep.
So we shouted out. We were giving a shout out to Mexico. We're trying to like be conscious of the different countries. We want to kind of make sure we represent a variety of
Latino.
icons and countries as well.
Oh yeah.
you know?
Because Selena Cruz, if I'm not mistaken, is Colombian, right?
Who?
Selena Cruz.
Selena Cruz.
Yeah. Selena Cruz.
Oh, Selena.
Yeah.
Oh
Is she from Colombia?
no, she's Mexican.
She's Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Celia Cruz. Celia Cruz.
Celia Cruz is Cuban.
She's Cuban. Okay. Yeah. More
Just
edits.
gonna keep doing that. Yeah. So we obviously plan to, we got a couple more in stored, and so that's why I was shouting out Suemi and Henry. Couldn't do it without you guys. Whoop whoop. Speak beep.
And Henry, if you remember, he was in episode 26 where
Yes.
we dived into the music world, the music dungeon of video games. Very fun episode. Also link below. Make sure you listen and watch that. I can plug like a motherfucker.
Okay, cool. So should we do tricks of the keys now?
Let's do tricks of the keys.
Tricks.
Of the keys. So I've got this tricks of the keys from one of our big listeners or constant contact, and that is none other Virginia Pombo.
Virginia.
Virginia or Virginia Dove, aka
Big
my mom.
V.
Big V.
That's. I think we might.
Yeah, maybe I want to cut that out too. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'll leave that in.
Big
V.
V.
She'd be like, oh boy. So this one comes from grunge.com because she was scouring the internet doing her own research because she wanted to help out. And she threw the song The One I Love by R.E.M. Rem, who's the song The One I Love, everybody similar to our first Tricks of the Keys. Sting and the Police, Every Breath You Take, not a love song. R.E.M.'s The One I Love is not a love song. The One I Love is actually about some guy that runs through Rimmon and keeps going. It's it's pretty cold, and the lead singer calls it violent because The One I Love is prominent lyric hook. This song goes out to the one I love is like a man who heartlessly uses women before coldly dumping them. So like, yeah, I love you now, and then I move on. He basically just uses women for sex and keeps moving. So yeah, this is about like use and lose it. Hit it and quit it.
Hit it and quit it.
Hit it and quit it.
And people are thinking,
Aw.
my love, I love you so.
Yeah, no,
And they're
no,
like,
and then,
nah, you hoe, I got another one.
Yeah, this is a flavor of the week type of setup. It's not
What a dick.
word. So who knew? I mean, I wonder how many people use that as another like. I'm gonna dedicate this to my lady because she's the one I love, or I'm gonna dedicate this to my man because he's the one I love, and just flip it around. Turns out, nope. You better hope not, because it's not gonna work out so well in the end. And another little fun fact in this Tricks of the Keys is the background singer of this is from the B-52s.
Who's the B-52s?
The B-52s sang a song called Love Shack. Baby, Love Shack. Love, baby, that's where it's at.
Is that what you're putting me onto?
No, I'm not putting you on. I mean, you know what? Yeah. I'll do a throw.
Are you the throw?
I'm going to do a throw because I like
B-52s?
B-52s. I'm going to give you the album later, but the song is Love Shack, and I'm going to give you the full album. 'Cause that's a fun album and another bonding experience with family members, because when I was getting ready for school, I used to always play in the background, and my grandmother would come out. It's like, all right, Rock Lobster, get your ass out because you got to go to school. So it's a little fun throw with another family connection that I enjoy doing. So, yeah, there you go.
That was good.
Yeah. Well, folks, this brings us to the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little anticlimactic, no?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
I think that was like a grand hurrah.
I don't say it was a grand hurrah. I think it was a blissful
A blissful
departure.
departure.
All right. Well, until next time, folks, I'm Joe Dove.
And I'm Julian
Just Julian?
Valencia.
There you go. All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Peace. Ow.